It's 11 p.m. You grab your keys. Someone asks where you're going. You don't have an answer. You just needed to drive. Not to the store, not to a friend's house, just drive. You've done this before. After arguments, after bad news, after days that just felt wrong. The thing that confuses people is that you're not running away. You're not avoiding anything. You're doing something far more specific, and it works every single time. This is worth understanding because what looks like escapism is actually regulation. The human brain, when overwhelmed, has a small list of options it cycles through. Fight, freeze, flee, or in this case, something the research calls forward motion therapy. When you drive upset, you are not running, you are creating a controlled environment. Think about what a car actually is. A capsule, enclosed, insulated from the world. No one can walk up to you. No one can ask you anything. No one expects a response. And you are moving. That part matters more than people realize. Psychologists call it bilateral stimulation, the same principle used in trauma therapy. Left, right, left, right. The rhythm of motion helps the brain process emotion. Passing lights, changing scenery. Your eyes track movement while your mind untangles itself. But there's a second thing happening. You are in control of something. When life feels chaotic, the car gives you exactly one thing you can steer: speed, direction, music, temperature, small decisions that produce instant results. This is what psychologists call agency restoration, feeling powerless, then feeling capable again. The world doesn't listen, but the gas pedal does, every single time. Now, here's the part most people miss. You're not actually trying to feel better. You're trying to feel something at all, or you're trying to feel less. When emotions become overwhelming, the brain looks for what's called a cognitive container, a task simple enough to manage but engaging enough to hold your attention. Driving is exactly complex enough. Not too much, not too little, just right. Your hands know what to do. Your body handles the mechanics, your mind gets space. This is procedural memory, the skill so learned you don't have to think about it. Meanwhile, something else is running in the background, your actual problem. Psychologists call this the default mode network, the brain's background processor. It only activates when you're not forcing it, when you're doing something automatic. This is why shower thoughts happen, why ideas come on walks, why driving works. You are not avoiding the problem, you are giving it the conditions it needs to resolve. But there's something deeper still, and it has to do with time. When you're upset, time feels wrong, either too fast or completely frozen. Driving restores the perception of normal time. You were moving at a human pace again, distance covered, progress visible, time that makes sense. There's also the sound, not silence, but something better, containable noise. Engine hum, tire rhythm, the world filtered through glass and steel. Psychologists call this auditory masking, external noise that covers internal noise. The thoughts that loop endlessly in silence get drowned out by motion. And then there's this. No one taught you to do this. You figured it out yourself. No therapist suggested it. No article recommended it. Your body just knew. That kind of knowledge, the kind that arrives without instruction, is called embodied wisdom. Your system recognized what it needed and found the exact tool that worked. And you've been using it ever since. Not because you should, because it works. Now think about what this actually means, about what you've been doing without realizing it. You have been regulating your own nervous system. You've been your own therapist. Every time you grabbed those keys, you were choosing to take care of yourself. Even when you didn't have the words for what you needed, you found the action. That is not a small thing. That is one of the most important skills a person can have. Most people never learn it. They sit with pain and wait for someone else to fix it. You didn't wait. You got in the car. And here's what else. You probably never told anyone what you were really doing because it's hard to explain, because it sounds too simple, because it's yours. There's dignity in that, in the quiet rituals we build to stay whole. The person who doesn't understand why you drive when you're upset hasn't found theirs yet, and maybe they never will, but you don't need them to. You already know it works. So the next time someone asks where you're going and you don't have an answer, you can just say this:
Nowhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just driving. Because sometimes the road is the only therapist that doesn't ask questions, and motion is the only answer that makes sense. If this made you feel seen, hit subscribe. Every week we go deeper into the psychology behind the behaviors everyone recognizes but nobody explains. Drive safe.